Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Gary, and this is The Truth in Black and White. And what we're saying is this: every one of you who have just a everyday Lever the Beaver, Andy Griffith, Father Knows Best type of a mind, you know that there's something that's wrong.
Right.
If you go to your local mall, look at the people in the mall. This is not normal. This is spooky.
Right.
This looks like somebody from a movie set walking around here. It looks like Mad Max in
Right.
here. Tattoos from head to toe, weird piercings and mutilations of the body. I mean, these women with these tattoos at the base of their backs, which come from ancient paganism, which marks you as a temple harlot. That's where it came from, and now it's become germane to the culture. Mm-hmm. I mean, all these things. Britney Spears showing her vagina in public. Kim Kardashian making porno flicks, and now she's a star. Paris Hilton, porno flicks on the internet, and that catapults her to stardom. All this stuff is being propagated in the media, and it's turning people into animals. It's animalizing the human race. And you're sitting in the middle of it. You're like somebody boiling in a cauldron,
right.
And you know that something's wrong. We don't have to stress it. We don't have to try to say it loudly and boldly and yell at you. Mm-hmm. Look around at your local mall.
Right.
Do you really think these people are normal? Look at your high schools. The young girls now holding hands and going with each other, kissing each other full on the mouth. Ever since Madonna kissed Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera full on the mouth, these young girls began to take on this lesbian spirit to identify with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and Madonna, and it's transferred into them. Look around.
And know that they've been planting that in people. It's like we talked before about how they keep repeating the lie. That's one thing specifically that Madonna said back in the 90s, was to promote homosexuality. That was one of her objectives, was to promote homosexuality by keep exposing people to it. And she said sooner or later, the more you expose them to it, they'll be all right with it. And if you're just all right with it, then you're all right with it. That's what we got to understand. That's how drastic it is. You may think in your mind that I'm not a homosexual because I don't do a homosexual act. But if you're all right with it, if you sign off on it, then you're all right with it. It's in you. And especially if you have any kind of oral sex. It's like we talk about Barney Frank. This is the guy that's leading the finance committee or whatever. He's leading the charge for all this finance, and he's ordering things in the Congress with all this. He don't even have enough sense to not put a penis in his mouth. And
yet you're going to tell me and counsel me on something.
That's insane.
Susie Orman, or what her name is, on CNBC. She's a lesbian. She don't have no sense not to be a lesbian, yet she's going to counsel you on your finances, your mutual funds, and your 401k. And you don't have enough sense not to grovel between another woman's legs. It's graphic, yeah, we know we're graphic. Yeah. But hey, listen, look at the reality of it.
It's just common sense, really. It's just common sense that says, okay, it's not natural for anybody, not just a man to put a penis into his mouth, but it's not natural for a woman to put her penis in a mouth. So if you're a guy putting your penis in a woman's mouth, that's a homosexual act, and that's fornication. That's pornographic. It's perverse. It's wrong. It's homosexual.
And that's why you can't fight against homosexuality and that which is perverse, because you're now a partaker of the same spirit.
Right.
See, when you as a woman perform oral sex on your husband, you're doing to your husband what a homosexual does to a man, and now you're actually propagating and you're actually instilling in your husband a homosexual desire. Conversely, as he does that to you, he's instilling in you a lesbian desire, because that's how lesbians stimulate each other. Mm-hmm. It's how the devil is actually perverting the world and turning it upside down.
That's right.
And what we're telling you is sanctify yourself, fall on your knees, ask God to forgive you, cleanse you from this filth, and get your mind back into a sane realm. If you're offended by what we're saying, you better ask yourself why groveling at a toilet stool at the same place that feces and urine is eliminated is actually normal to you. You're somewhere performing oral sex on somebody, the same orifice through which they eliminate body waste, and you think it's normal. Now you got to ask yourself why you're mad at us for telling you that's abnormal and you need to stop it.
Right.
Is something wrong? Look at it. Look at it. Just.
That's right.
With the same mind.
Right.
It's how the devil's actually infiltrating your mind to believe that homosexuality is normal. Now, if you say anything about Ellen DeGeneres, if you say anything about Lindsay Lohan, if you say anything about Elton John, if you say anything about any of these people who've walked into a perverted lifestyle, Angelina Jolie coming out of that kind of stuff also,
Right.
and now she's kind of won't even marry Brad Pitt, but dropping babies one after another. That's not normal.
And these folks are mad. They're really mad because of what they are. They may not really know why, but these folks are mad, and that's the reason why. They just don't know it, but they're mad. I saw Angelina Jolie talking about her dad, who is John Voight. So he's this conservative guy, and all of a sudden that they put out there, who's an actor, who's Angelina Jolie's father, and it might be due to some political argument that they've had over the years or whatever, but I don't know exactly the reason. But she hates her father, and she admitted that she has no forgiveness for her father. Now that itself is crazy. There's no reason for that. But these people are being turned insane. They're being made into insane people by these perverse spirits. This is why we're saying this is a spiritual war.
And we're not against these people. We're praying for them to repent and be saved.
That's all that
But
matters.
we're showing you physical presentations in the media and in a pop culture that depicts the downfall and the actual degeneration of society.